Hello guys. Some people do not understand all the steps, or some people just don't understand how to do all of them. I'll be teaching you guys how to do this one, the last image in the group chat. On April 1, 2010, three college students started GGC Cooperation, a summary of GGC transactions completed through April 30, 2010 follows. This is the first one, which is issued shares of stock to the three investors in exchange for cash contribution totaling 9,000. So basically, we exchanged common stock for cash. So I'm gonna go to Excel over here and write the account name as first one, cash, has to be debit. The first account name, it has to be debit. So over here in debit, we get $9,000. And over here, we're gonna write common stock. Common stock, we lost 9,000 as well. And here we won 9,000. And over here, we have the second one, which is B. It says acquired rakes and other hand tools equipment for 600, paying the hardware store 200 cash and agreeing formally to pay the balance in 3 months. So how do we do that? So basically, we bought equipment for 600, we paid only 200, and we told them we're gonna pay the 400 later. So here, first we're gonna write equipment as 600, and here we're gonna write cash. We lost cash, so it's gonna be 200, and here we're gonna write account payable. So some people don't understand what is account payable and account receivable. Account payable is when basically you buy something. Let's say you have the company and you want to buy equipment or anything else. So that's when it's account payable. But when you have the company and you're making a service for a customer and he says he will be paying it later, that's account receivable. So over here, 600 minus 200 is gonna be 400. Right, this is it. This is for the B. Now we're gonna go to C, which is ordered lawn mowers and edges costing 400 from XYZ Lawn Supplies. As you can see, we ordered it and it costs $4,000. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna write this in journal because we still haven't got the supplies yet and we didn't pay. So we're gonna write over here no entry required. I forgot to write date over here. We're gonna write date, which is um doesn't say like the date. So we're gonna write ABCD. So here is A, here is B, and this is C. Now we're going to D. In D, it says purchase 4 acres of land for the future site of a storage garage, paid cash 5,000. So we got 5,000 of land. Here you're gonna write 5,000. And we lost cash because we paid with cash. So this is 5,000. Some people might ask me why am I writing this first instead of this. Well, as you can see, the last one is prepare financial statement. The financial statements need this, the balance. So we have to get the cash and all those stuff, and we have to find out all the balances and we write them down. And it's impossible to do it without doing these steps. So we're gonna put this on last. So in the exam paper, leave the first page blank and write the second step, which is this. Write it in the second page. Do not forget that, that's very important. Write this in the second page because our professor said this needs to be first. So basically just do this and this and this. This is 2, 3, 4. No, this is like 1. This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. But this is going to be in the first page. So put that in mind. Okay? Now, we're going to go to over here. E. Received the mowers and edges that had been ordered and signed a promissory note to pay XYZ lawn supplies in full in 60 days. So we got the supplies, which is for 4,000. That's equipment, by the way. You're gonna write this in equipment. So 4,000 equipment, and we're gonna write a note payable because we wrote a note for them. So over here is gonna be E, and over here equipment 4,000, and below it we're gonna write notes payable. Why is it payable? It's the same reason as account payable, because we bought the equipment. So it's gonna be on us, 4,000. Now we're gonna go to F. Sold for 1,250 1 acre of land to the city for a park and accepted a note from the city indicating payment will be received by GGC in 6 months. So, as you can see, they wrote a note for us, and we sold 1,250 of our land to them. So what is this gonna be? It's gonna be F account, no. So land, we lost the land. Oh, account receivable, I'm sorry. We're gonna write account receivable, which is 1,250. And over here, we're gonna say land 1,250. So this is it for the first step. This is gonna be my first step. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. But G, one of the owners borrowed 3,000 from a local bank for personal use. Basically, he borrowed it for himself for personal use, and it does not interfere with the company, like management or money. So no entry required. That's gonna be it. That's the first step. Now we're gonna have um this over here, which is, as you can call it, posting to ledger, or as you call it, T accounts. T accounts, we have cash, and we have common stock, and we have equipment, and we also have account payable, and land, note payable, and note receivable. So we have in cash 9,000 in debit side, write that. And we also have in credit as well over here, 200, and we have 5,000. So you're gonna write over here 200 and below it 5,000. That's it for cash. Now go for common stock. As you can see, we only have one common stock in all of them, which is on the credit side, 9,000. In equipment, we all have them as we bought them. We bought two, which is for the 6,000, 600, and we have for 4,000. So we're gonna write like this. Account payable, this is gonna be on the credit side, which is 4,000. And on the land side, you can have it on both sides because we bought we bought land over here and we sold land. So you're gonna write in the land 5,000, and on the credit side, you're gonna write 1,250. Note payable is gonna write it on 4,000. I'm sorry about this, but this is only 400. That's not, I wrote that wrong. I'm sorry. It's account payable 400 over here, and note payable is 4,000, and account receivable is 1,250. This is it for, well, not this is it. This is not it because you still have to do the balance. So you have to bring your calculator. Get your calculator. If you don't have one, then you should try to buy one as soon as you can because in the exam you will need it. So basically, we now write 9,000 minus 200 minus 5,000, and this is going to be the balance for this. We're going to write this as the same because we don't have anything else. And we have equipment. We only have it on the debit side, so we're gonna get it together. We're gonna collect this. This is 4,600. Account payable is gonna stay the same, 400. And in land, 5,000 minus 250, 200, 1,000, 250. The balance is gonna be 3,750 or 3,750. And note payable is gonna stay the same, 4,000, and this is gonna be the same also. So this is it. Now we're gonna go for the third step, prepare trial balance. How do we prepare a trial balance, you're gonna ask? This one is pretty easy. You just write the balances down. So you just write the cash on like which is debit or credit. We have it on like 3,800, and we have common stock. Common stock is on the credit side, which is, I mean, it's supposed to be on the credit side. I'm sorry about that. That was wrong because we sold it and it's on the credit side. So the balance on the credit side is gonna be 9,000. And after that, we have equipment, which is 4,600. And after that, we have account payable. Account payable is 400 on the credit side. Land is 3,750 on the debit side. And we have note payable. Since note payable, we are going to write it on the credit side. Because we have to pay it. And notes receivable is on the debit side because we're gonna get the money from them, 1,250. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the calculator out and we're gonna write first the debit, we're gonna calculate it. So 3,800 plus 4,600 plus 3,750 plus 1,250, we're gonna get 13,400. So here's the thing. The point of this is literally the total. We just gotta calculate them both, and they both have to be the same number. If they're not the same number, then you have something wrong. You calculated something wrong. So make sure this is right. You have all of them on the same, like same as this one. Do not make a mistake. As soon as you make a mistake, you have to repeat something, and it's really gonna, mess you up. So now we're gonna go for the credit side, which is 9,000 plus 400 plus 4,000. We're gonna get the same amount. So when you get the same amount, that means you did this right. You did this step right. Now we're gonna go for the last step, which is prepare financial statement. The professor said you have to make it on the first step, but I'm gonna do it on the last and I'm gonna put it in the first page. So please do not forget, do this in the first page, not the last. So now we have assets like we have, how can I say it? We have cash as assets, and we have equipment as assets, land, and note receivable. So how is it gonna be? We're gonna write um 3,800 like this one. We have the equipment, which is 4,000. Oh my god, why did it happen like that? Well, this is 800. I don't know what's wrong with that. So do not do it like I'm doing it. It's 3,800. It's not 3 millions. And here we're gonna have, let me try to clear it, clear all, 3,800. And that's how we do it. And we have 4,600 as the land. No, that's as equipment. And for land, 3,750. And note receivable is going to be 1,250. This is all for the assets. In liability, we're going to count the account payable, where this. We're going to write the account payable with the note payable. So 400 and 4,000. Quantity, which is owner quantity by the way, you can write EQ as a shortcut. And equity is like common stock. That's all you have. So 9,000 because you exchanged that. This is all for the steps. That's all you have to do. After that, it's done. You can calculate these to know if you did it right, but you don't. Like you can count 400 plus 4,000 plus 900 is gonna give you the total of it. The total of it is gonna be the same as this, so 13,400. That's all the stuff you need to do. It's simple. Do not panic in the exam and you're gonna do well. Put this as the first step, put in the second page. This is the second step, this is the third step, then this is the last step. That's it for today, or that's the whole, what do you call it, the question of this. If you have any other questions, I would gladly and happy to answer them. Thank you.